Can you see me? Can you see my face? Do you like my glasses? Are they pretty? Do I look good? Hi! Today I am at Heather's house in her room, and I just got back from karate practice. Had a nice workout there. I'm a black belt, so I just started like a month ago, and I'm already a second-degree black belt, which is really cool. And I'm totally lying. I don't do karate. This is Heather's outfit. She used to do karate. And she was a second-degree black belt, but she had a project to do for school, so that's why I'm wearing this to help her out. So today, well, let me go get changed first. I'll be right back. Okay, so I changed into this, and I don't really know. I found this in my basement the other day. I think it's my mom's. It's like this huge poncho thing. It's like a blanket on me though, but I don't know, it looks Mexican or like Indian or something, so it's fun to wear. Then I have this blue sweater underneath. Today I was going to talk about the perm that I got, because in the previous video that I did, I got a perm. Well, I was talking about getting a perm, and I was all excited about it, and I finally got it. That was the worst mistake of my life, because my hair was like, my hair is super short now, and there's like really short layers, and my hair used to be like down to here. It was really long and layered and nice, and then I got a perm, and they gave me like this weird old lady perm. So like instead of putting like spiral curlers in, so the curls go this way like how they are now, they did curls like piled on top of my head. So my hair was just like, this probably looks insane, but like this is the curler, and they just went like that. And then when it came off, it was just wavy, if that makes sense at all. So it looked absolutely terrible. You're not supposed to wash your hair after a perm, but I did because I didn't want it in, so I washed all the chemicals out, and it still looked terrible. So I didn't know what else to do. My hair was all frizzy and wavy everywhere, and very discolored because the nasty chemicals they put on make it very discolored. So it was like this orange, blonde, brown, funky kind of thing. So I got my hair chopped off to my shoulder with really short, choppy layers, and I colored it like this reddish, kind of brown color. It looks the same as before, but a little bit better. You guys are probably wondering if I really like talk like this and act like this at home, or if I'm different like on this YouTube channel, which I'm totally the same at home. I'm a weirdo at home too, so I'm not being very fake. I talk like this, and I still have friends, so that's kind of good.
We just pretend. We're not actually your friends.
No, she doesn't know what she's saying. I have a bit of a cold, so excuse me if I cough and sneeze. Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of what my perm looked like and what I wanted it to look like on this video, so it'll be somewhere. And if you want really soft, curly hair like this, don't get a perm, because it never turns out how you want. I got a perm before trying to do the same look a couple years back. And
that's my nephew, if you can hear that.
And that didn't turn out good either, because it just didn't. I mean, it was all frizzy and not what I wanted. Like, they don't do what you want there. They just do whatever they want. And it didn't turn out right, and I didn't like it at all. Okay, so now that I'm done talking about my perm, which you should never get, ever, I'm going to talk about, does this make me look weird? Like, do I look like I have really short legs or something?
No, you can only see like this half of it.
I'm going to talk about something that's really personal to me and something I've been going through this past couple of months, since like March. Well, I have to talk about how this all started, and I don't want to make this a big dramatic thing. I'm just telling you about my life a little bit more. A long time ago, and my long time ago is like 2 years ago, there was this guy cyber school. I used to do cyber school. And I think Heather knows where I'm going with this. And his name was Chance. And I really used to like him then and thought he was all that and cool. It turns out, long story short, he was mean. Let's just stick with mean because we'll just stick with mean. He was a joke, he lied, he used me for to help him with his math problems and all kinds of stuff, and he was just not a good relationship. Long story short, he was dating me. He lived in Pittsburgh and I live in Pennsylvania too, but not I live in a different part of Pennsylvania, so we're a couple hours apart, and he's always like, I'm gonna come meet you, Lauren, I'm gonna come marry you, we're gonna go on a date. And that was not true, that was all lies. And I figured out he was also talking to a girl named Cheyenne. She was what every girl wants to be, this nice, small, skinny girl with pretty hair and really good complexion. And I mean, every girl wants to be like that, and that's what I compared myself to her then and thought I wasn't good enough for Chance because of her, that she was so much better, and he picked her over me because she was gorgeous and I'm just this ugly thing. And now, because of that and other situations in my life where people have gone through divorce and stuff in my family, and a lot of breakups and a lot of things have happened, but anyway, now I have a lot of anxiety, and I have an eating disorder. Whenever people think of an eating disorder, you think of oh, she's anorexic, she throws up in the bathroom, or she's bulimic, she overeats, and then she'll throw up, and she thinks she's really fat. But what you don't know, all eating disorders, they don't have names. We don't know what it's called. It's just an eating disorder. And when I eat anything ice cream, I can't really eat cake because I have gluten sensitivity. Ice cream, sweet things, or kind of fatty things like grilled cheese and stuff, I feel really guilty and I want to throw up. I mean, I've never thrown up yet, which is really good. So I want to throw up and I feel terrible, and I feel like I'm not worth anything, and it's just a really terrible feeling that I wouldn't wish upon anyone. And we don't know what it's called yet. It's just an eating disorder that doesn't really have a name, but it's kind of like the flu. If you have a flu, two people could have the flu, and one person could have a cold and be coughing and sneezing and stuff. And the other person could have itchy eyes or a really, really sore throat, but you both have the flu. It's the same thing, but you both have different symptoms. So that's kind of what's going on. And I've been in counseling since March, and I go every other Monday. So yeah, every other Monday. I don't know where I'm going with that. And I have a lot of support from my family. My family's really helping me, and my boyfriend, he's there for me, and I feel really bad sometimes because he thinks that it's something that he's doing wrong, and he can't be there for me, which is totally the opposite. It's just something not right in my head, and I just have really bad feelings about myself and how I wish I looked like someone else, the Victoria's Secret models that everyone sees, and everyone's like, oh, she's perfect, but really, those Victoria's Secret models, when they compare themselves to someone else too, and there's always someone that they think is prettier. That's how it is with all of us. We always look at someone else and think, oh, she's prettier, and then that girl could be looking at someone else and be like, oh, she's prettier. So it's a cycle, a really sick cycle, and I don't know why being this skinny is the new thing, because that is so unhealthy. And it's terrible. Back in the long times ago, Cleopatra, she was this heavy girl, and everyone loved her because she was this goddess and ruled some kind of country or something. I honestly don't know the history facts behind that, but my counselor was talking to me about this, and there's all kinds of paintings of women from back in the olden days, and they're heavier than paintings of ladies now, and that's what used to be attractive then, and everyone found that attractive. So I don't want this to be like a big dramatic video thing. I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about me and what's happening in my life. So I mean, I don't want sympathy or anything, I'm just informing you. So if you're watching this video and you kept watching it up to this point where I'm talking about this, I'm sure someone out there that's watching this, I know at least one person on Instagram that watches my video. She's a good friend of mine. I know she's feeling a little bit the same way how I feel. I don't think as severe, but I still think she has self-conscious feelings because she was talking to me about it. And she knows who she is. She's watching. And I just hope that whoever else feels like this, just know that you're not alone. And apparently it's something that happens so much in society, and everyone wants to be perfect, which is defined as being really skinny and whatever you think perfect is. But you're beautiful with however you look, however God made you. You got your curves. I got curves over here. I've got a big booty. It's okay. So you should be proud of what you have. Flaunt what you got, because some girl somewhere is jealous of something else and upset because she doesn't have this, or this is too big, or this is too small. So be happy with what God gave you. Be happy with what God gave you, and you're absolutely gorgeous. So just keep watching and know you're not alone. Another thing I'm learning a lot about myself, because I have this psychology class, and it teaches you how you think. So I'm learning about how I think about things with this eating disorder, and that, like, when I learn about what I think, I know what I'm thinking, and I think that it's not weird that I'm thinking that, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm learning a lot about it. And my counselor had told me that, you know those Victoria's Secret models, they are not healthy. When they have runway shows, there's a dog in the hall, he's coming in, and the door is shut, he's going to break through. I'm a little scared. So, the Victoria's Secret models, before each show, they actually have this routine that they each do. This is another thing that my counselor told me. And they actually don't eat solid foods the whole week leading up to whatever show they have. And then after, like, I think it's 3 days or 4 days, they don't eat or drink anything. Like, usually when they're eating the solid foods, they're drinking water, and that's it. But 3 or 4 days before, they don't do water, they don't do food, they don't do anything, which is really terrible for you. So they dehydrate their whole body and make it so dehydrated that it makes them lose, I think it said at least 8 pounds in a week, which is almost a pound per day, which is terribly unhealthy for you and really, really bad for your body. I just wanted to talk more about that because I don't want people watching this to think, like, if you met me in person, I wouldn't want you to think, oh, she's so nice, I hope she's like how she is in her videos, and then, or maybe you don't think that, maybe you think I'm a jerk and want to punch me in the face. I don't really know, but I want to be the same as I am at home as I am in my videos, and I want you to know about me. So I'm exactly the same, I hope. I feel like I am, and thank you so much for watching, and I want you to comment something if you're watching in the comments below to know that you made it this far. Something like, just something really random, so I know that you watch, and there's no possible way you could just comment that without watching the video. So I want you to comment, blue-eyed cow. She has a stuffed animal of a cow over here, so that's why we're going to comment that. It's BLUEYEDCOW. So comment that if you've watched this far. We should think of like a word to sign off to. I'm sorry I'm moving too much, Heather. I'm sorry that I'm moving too much of it.
That's the word?
No, the word to sign off on every video should be something nice and sweet. And every single video at the end, we're gonna say it. And that's gonna be Cowhead! Bye, Cowheads. Pen here. It's kind of twisty. I don't know. Oh my god. Let's just hang on because there's a monster in the hallway.
What do you... Oh. I think that was just okay.
What do you think I should talk about? I talked about my hair. Talked about me, my pen's falling out. I need to take a nap. So I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. I hope you liked my video. Deuces.